Anyway, where's Luna?
I asked her to leave. I wanted to be alone with Quark for a bit. So, why are you here?
I wanted to hear the rest.
The rest of what? What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, you know very well. About the Martians, of course. I mean, have you read the book Martian? Or watched the movie with Matt Damon? It's cool. I'm talking about that simulated manned machine to Mars. We heard that recording about it.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I'm getting old. Memory's not what it used to be.
Ah. The old man card. You're using the old man card.
Seem to be forgetting a lot of stuff lately.
Hey, nice try, pal, but you're not getting away with this. You're not getting away with it this time. You remember something, alright. You remember so much you told me it'd take way more than 10 minutes to tell it all. Not to mention that you told us at the start of this Nonary game that you're a garbage collector. However, you also told us in the infirmary here that you were involved in this mission.
You really sure you want to know?
Huh?
Maybe I'll tell you, and then you'll regret it. Maybe you'll wish you'd kept your fool mouth shut. Just think about all the hopes you've got for the future, and all the happy memories of your past. What if what I have to tell you makes everything you've ever believed ring hollow, and the whole world just crumbles around you?
Like what? That the world gone extinct because of Radical 6? Oh, that is old news at this point. And I wouldn't be surprised. Or, next thing you know, you're gonna tell me your true identity. The identity of a person that I once knew and used to work with. Which is gonna blow my mind like a watermelon.
You sure you want that?
Hey, come on. You don't need to threaten me.
This isn't a threat. I'm being honest here. Are you really, truly prepared?
Yes, I am. Well, of course. I never got the chance to say I am. Before I could, Fi exploded into the room, her face a mixture of anxiety and fear. Christ, I am never gonna get past the to be continued finishing line, am I? Once again, I am being cock-blocked from progressing in this. Alright, Fi, lay it on us. What is it?
Good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Alice is...
Let me guess. She turned into a magical fairy. I mean, that would at least subvert my expectations a little from the usual Alice got infected with Radical 6. Or she's dead. Or something.
Look, just come with me, alright? She's in the number 2 cabin.
Without waiting for a response, Fi spun around and ran back out of the room. Tenmyouji and I exchanged a quick, confused look, then lit up and took off after her. Oh boy. Not again. Alice! The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It felt as if I walked straight into a brick wall. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No. Why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to buckle, and I put a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered into my chest. Calm down. Calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. And at last, I pressed my finger to her neck. And those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No. No, it's not true. Why? Then I noticed it. All the blood must have distracted me, but now I saw that there was a scalpel buried in her chest. Judging by the position of its handle, she had been stabbed through her heart. I felt a sympathetic twinge of pain in my own chest. And my stomach lurched. Bile and hopelessness rose up in my throat. I stood, hands balled tightly into white-knuckled fists, and took a deep breath. All around the room were the rest of the Nonary Game's participants. Except, of course, for Quark. I wanted to ask which one of them had killed her. Even if it had been one of them, though, there was no way they'd answer. All I could do was stare at each one of them in turn, asking myself, is this person a murderer? The looks they traded one another suggested that I wasn't the only person wondering if they were standing next to a killer. An unsettling silence filled the room. Clover was the first to speak.
Who did this? Say something! Answer me! Please, Clover, calm down. We don't even know if she was killed. Then what happened? An accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
Oh, yeah, that is quite a possibility there. But think about it this way. What if Alice and the scalpel had an agreement for her to die? In which case, the scalpel was the one that did it.
Cool it, kid.
You did it, didn't you?
Are you nuts?
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Clover, even if we assume that she was murdered, that doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Wait a minute. You went into the AB room with Alice during the last round, didn't you? Something happened in there, didn't it?
No, nothing happened.
Don't lie to me! There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened! If she was going to leave, she'd tell me! She... Hey, Clover. Don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit? How can you look at her and say that? Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves!
And toilet paper is not used for suffocating people. The point is, there are other possibilities for her death.
Oh, I see. I get it now. You're all in on it, aren't you? It wasn't just one killer. It was 6! No wonder you're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Clover, please, just settle down.
Fine. Show me some proof then. Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend, or I'm going to kill every last one of you bastards!
Oh my. Everyone, hide your axes and cleavers.
You're all going to die just like she did!
Hey, hold on a minute.
9, 8, 7... Clover! 6, 5, 4...
Maybe she got infected with Radical 6 and killed herself. Just like what Quark tried to do.
Clover. 3, 2, 1...
Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Suddenly, Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my head around her wrist.
What are you doing?
Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She took her own life.
What? No.
Okay. I think I believe we have gone past the to be continued line there, I think. Once again, Sigma used his powers over there to remember from different timelines.
No, there's no way she'd do that.
It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with a scalpel.
All right. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well,
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes. I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
so she could have taken the scalpel then.
Yes, I think so.
You're lying! This is all a lie! It has to be!
It's not. It's the truth.
Then why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed her.
But you just said she killed herself! Just tell me the truth!
I am.
Then prove it! Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago, so if you don't have any proof...
I do! I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Ah, well, Alice would have it then.
Fine, can you? I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Could you take a look?
Sure.
Cause Fi is the type that wouldn't mind. Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only seconds before she stopped. Slowly and carefully, she drew something out. There it was. The journal. Fi turned to hand it to me, but I shook my head. You read it. It's in Latin. I cannot make heads or tails of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. Yeah, because how would Sigma know of this? When she looked back up at me, it was with both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin. But translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216.
Huh?
Yeah. He can read that. I mean, that will be a page that you can read easily. Like, much easier than the other ones. Turn to page 216. You should be able to read that one. Fi's frown deepened, but she did as I suggested. I watched her eyes quickly scan the page before looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know?
It was magic!
No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
It's 'cause he's psychic! Just kidding! I just knew.
You just knew? Come on.
Look, just read it, okay? Clover wants to hear what it has to say. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Fi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal. Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of the brain by a factor of the root of 1/6. One of the symptoms of Radical 6 infection is an overwhelming urge to commit suicide. Research has shown that you will probably respond to the right sort of antiviral medication, but no one has been able to develop one yet. Nearby towns are filled with the corpses of people who took their own lives. The unaffected have only barely managed to survive, and have been sent into underground shelters supervised by the government.
Oh Lord, please. Let their future be a bright one.
Fi showed the journal with a soft slap. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Tenmyouji, and now this journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic had already happened. All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated, and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs.
We've got a problem.
Well, is it the time?
It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Yeah, it's time. Yeah, only 10 minutes left. Thing is, Alice is dead. I mean, it is a good thing that we still have her bracelet here, so we can carry it with us, no problems. Nobody took it. And that way nobody's gonna get left behind. Still.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet.
Why you specifically?
Fi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pear, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As he spoke, Dio grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pear.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. We need to go. Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please.
You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have... This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Clover stood up and rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. Then, with a determined frown, she strode out of the room.
All right, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Oh, right. Quark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner, right?
Yeah. Can't exactly leave him behind.
Without him, we'd end up stuck in the AB room.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once we picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Alright. It is time that we do the white chromatic doors. My first time ever going through them. And surely won't be the last time.
Quark! You're awake!
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey! Where's everybody else?
Oh god. Quark.
Tenmyouji's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to indeed be corporeal, Tenmyouji let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
Boy, you cannot even imagine the amount of pain your grandpa had gone through while you were sleeping.
But...
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tenmyouji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief, and I could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. Aww. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion. We were running out of time. Still, Tenmyouji deserved a few minutes. I left them alone. At last, Tenmyouji seemed to recover, and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
Feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kinda silly.
I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the wide doors. I got the feeling Tenmyouji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Well, I got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry, come on! How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me. Nice. Now we will have Quark in our team. Actually, I don't remember, but I think this is the first time we pair up with Quark. Especially since most of the time he was either infected or sleeping.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake.
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark, and held a warning finger up to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows, and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kay and Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections?
Nope.
All right, let's move.
30 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Hurry it up, Vi. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
It's time we were going as well.
Right. Sure.
Come on, guys. There's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go!
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
No to be continued. Alright. Maybe this time we can find a lot more clues that will help us in other timelines. I have noticed this director's office. I have noticed this a long time ago, but apparently, no. In order to go past the to be continued moments, you do need information from the other timelines. I think that is always going to be the case. The reason why we stop in that timeline is because we don't have the necessary information that we need. In which case, for example, with that one moment when we only had K and Phi left in the AB and the Nonary game, and the other people were dead, and 1 or 2 people were to be left behind, we needed an answer in order to go through it, like all alive, which still makes me question how. Either way.
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
So this might be Zero Senior's office.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Well, which is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, I got a point there, little guy. Let's get started then. Alright. Starting the escape room. Right. No. Okay. I guess we're gonna start with this one first. What about this? Let's see. Ah! There's no opening. Okay. Gonna have to give a Quark a voice here. Is it locked? Yeah, looks like it. I don't see anything that looks like a keyhole, though. There's this diamond-shaped hole in the middle, though. I might as well just go with that. Do you think we're supposed to stick something in there? Probably. I don't know what. Cannot check that. What about this? What's this? I checked it out earlier, but I think it's just a business card holder. A business card holder? A business card specifically holder? A holder for business cards specifically? Yeah. It's a file where you put business cards. They all got these weird shapes on the back. I think maybe if you line them up in a particular way, then you get some sort of hint. Place the business cards in the correct order. By clicking one business card and then another, you can swap their positions. Well, I guess we can give it a shot. Alright, I see. What about this? Naruhodo! So we're gonna have to switch between names over here so that we can get like a specific pattern on the back. And we cannot really rotate them, we can only change positions. Free? Okay, for example, maybe we have a free, but what if it's like right up here, or in the middle, or left sides? Nah, I think I'm gonna leave it for later. I don't get it. Maybe you don't have enough information. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. We're gonna leave that for later. Okay. What about the computer over here? Oh wow, what do we have here? Haven't seen a computer like this old in a while. There's something on the screen. Is that a lion eating a hamburger? Oh, please don't remind me of burgers. It also makes me hungry right now. I am definitely gonna eat something after this. I really don't think so. This Nonary game surely lacks its lion and the sun. What significance does it have? I'm still thinking about this. What does it all mean? I think the lion's got 2 heads. Maybe it's an organization. That's what I'm thinking. Looks like a monster from Greek myth or something. It looks like it's asking for ID and password underneath the lion. Huh. The keyboard doesn't seem to be working though. I guess we cannot enter anything then. Okay. Maybe we need a different keyboard, or can we not check the unit? Apparently not. What about this drawer over here? Can I not reach it? Apparently not. I definitely cannot reach it. What about this thing? What is this? What is this? One of the training machines you see on late night infomercials? One of the training machines you see on late night infomercials? Eh? I think it's a facial recognition device. What? You put your hands on either side and hold your face in front of that lens. Then it checks your face against whatever it's got in its database. Ah, I see. Huh. How did you know that? I'm in the salvage business. Every so often one of these babies show up. Salvage business, eh? It doesn't look like it's turned on. Yeah, nothing happens when I put my face in front of it. There's something to the right of the lens over there. That looks like an awful lot like a keyhole. If we had a key for it, you think maybe we could turn it on? I assume so. Okay then. A lot of things that we're gonna have to hold for much later. What about the balloon? A balloon? You want a Quark? I don't need a balloon. I'm not a kid. Ready? How old are you? I'm 20. What? No way. Maybe in Danganronpa you can escape scot-free with that. There can totally be like 20-year-old teenagers with the looks of a young kid, but nah, not here, sir. Gotcha. Okay, don't go all Kokichi on me, please. Only one Kokichi at a time in one universe, or otherwise, if we have more than one Kokichi, then the world is gonna implode or explode or whatever. What about this? It looks like a green coaster. The stain on there makes it look like something was sitting here earlier. Alright, so the last section has a laser shining across it. I see, so we're gonna have to put something on it. What about the safe? A safe, just like before. And there's gotta be a way to open it. Should we just punch in the password? Why don't you try it and find out? Nah. I don't get it. Alright. Let's get the globe. What about this? Hey, a globe. Doesn't it look kinda weird? I think somebody glued a piece of paper to it. Oh? Well, let's see if we can get it off then. I found a world map. To view it, visit the File tab in the archive. Okay. Let's see, what's this gonna be about? Oh my god, not these dots, these colored dots. Don't tell me that we have like another one of those puzzles. Please God, no. Alright. Haha! Now this is brandy. Fier Perrin's 200-year-old reserve. You can tell that just by looking at it. I can smell it. Wow, that is some nose you got there. Here, just let me have a taste. I don't think so. How can you be so cruel? Like I said before, it can be poisoned. Also, what is with the shape of this? What about this? There's a screen built into the credenza. Is that the screen where we can get the password?
There's something on it.
Starting up. Please wait. What is it starting?
Beats me.
Well, my money says that just means... My money says that just means it won't do squat if you mess with where I know. How about you go and have a look at something else? Definitely. Alright, what do we have over here? We have a headless armor. A suit of armor. Oh, it's not really a full suit of armor, is it? I mean, it's missing the helmet. So, what would we call it? The headless armor. The younger and more unsuccessful brother to the headless horseman. I'm not sure. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a suit of armor, okay? Suit yourself. Suit! Anyway, it's got some red paint on the neck and shoulder area. Are you sure it's a paint? It could be blood.
Hey, don't say stuff like that. Being on a room with a headless suit of armor is creepy enough.
Well, we do have this. It's very painted. Like, what if I put it like this? I have a suit of armor. I think it's got something in each of his hands. Oh, a short spear.
So he's got a spear instead of a sword? This is a really short spear, though.
Yeah, like, super short. That's like a knife. If you look at the tip head on, it looks kind of like a diamond. A diamond, eh? Very interesting. And what the fuck is this? A slingshot? Ah, I get it. So this was initially Usopp's armor here. He used that armor. That's why we have a slingshot over here. A slingshot. Not the most impressive weapon, but it's simple as hell and it won't jam like a gun. Cause it would totally fit Usopp to use an armor as well for protective, for defense as well in battle. In the early days, that is. And even now, I think. After the time skip. But, yeah, alright. Actually, before we do this, what if we put the large wood cadenza? Okay. What if we put the brandy over here? Huh. Well, putting the expensive brandy on the coaster didn't seem to do anything.
The laser beam just went right through it.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? If you keep frying it with that laser, you're gonna ruin the brandy. Put it out of here, right now. Jesus. What if it's for a puzzle? Jesus, man.